Hey there, everybody. This is Magnum Pi. I'm here with Teku, Golgotha, Holle, and Dark Templar, and we are Initiative Zero. So glad that you could join us again for Rifts, the Devouring Swarm. This is our Rifts actual play, and gosh, we're closing in on 20 episodes of this particular adventure. We've already got one down before. If you're just joining us for the first time, we have Rifts, the Face of Evil, which was our first Rifts adventure that you can find on our channel as well. And then this is the continuation of that adventure. And yeah, we're just so happy that you could join us. If you like what you hear, subscribe, hit like, leave comments down below, and share us out with people that you know that like riffs that would love to join us on our exploration of the post-apocalyptic world. Speaking of post-apocalyptic, Golgi, how you doing?
I for a second I didn't get the reference, but then I realized, oh yeah, there's the chat. Great. The world hasn't ended yet, so that's always a bonus.
Oh, good. That's good. That's very optimistic. And the rest of you, Teku, Vahilo, DT.
It's like 5 degrees out where I am, which is like about 40 in Freedom Eagles, I think. So
wow.
For someone trying to hold off turning on the fireplace and furnace, it's pretty close to the end of days here.
Yeah, no, I'm still resisting the urge.
Yeah,
I could go to at least the end of October.
I've been doing pretty good.
We had windows open and we completely forgot, and we're like, oh yeah, it's like freezing in here.
Brisk. It's not freezing, it's brisk.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got new windows last year, and our house has been kind of toasty. South-facing windows holding a lot of the heat in, so yeah, we haven't had to turn it off. It hasn't actually gotten that cold in the house, so it's been pretty good.
See, in the winter, I usually have my heat down to around, during the day, about 64 degrees Fahrenheit anyways.
Like when you're not at home?
No, when I'm home.
So you
just throw a sweater on.
Yeah. At night, it's around like 56 or 54.
The math is hurting me.
I know. The reason why I know those numbers is because that's what they have on my thermostat, which is an American.
You can't figure out how to switch the thermostat to metric.
Oh, fuck you! I can't. Well, I can't. No, that's true. Actually, I can't figure that out. I literally can't figure out how to do it.
Yep. That reminds me of the commercial that used to be on where it's like, "What time is it at your house?" And the kids are like, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Couldn't change the time on the VCR.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, speaking of not being able to change the time, you guys are not that that's at all related to what I'm about to say. You guys are in the town of Liberty. And Liberty is, you guys made your way there. It's south of the ruins of Washington, D.C. and the ruins of Baltimore, on what is now a peninsula that kind of juts out into a much larger Chesapeake Bay. And yeah, that's where you guys are. You encountered the Bad Cats last time, who seem to be a mercenary group that has kind of taken over the town. And yeah, you are there, and you were invited to a nice breakfast, I guess. And
I'm less inclined to think it was a nice breakfast as it was a bit of a warning.
Well, exactly. They fed you well, but they just kind of left you to think about just how long you're going to stay in Liberty. You've turned over your weapons and your armor, for the most part, at least the visible ones. You never quite know what a cyberknight has up his sleeve or in his frontal lobe. But anyway, yeah, and of course, Portland. We don't need no stinking weapons for Portland. Senate as well. So there you are. You were in the kind of restaurant area of the motel, and it's a newer facility. And you were slipped a note when you were just kind of finishing up breakfast. Your babysitter kind of went outside for a smoke, and yeah, that's where we left. And remind everybody what that note said.
The note told us to go to the other garage, which I can't remember the name of it, but go to the other garage at sunset.
Cool. So there you are. You've got a day's worth of time. We can fast forward to sunset, or you can do some stuff. It's up to you.
Let's do some stuff. Let's kind of get a lay of the land. Do some surveillancing.
Cool.
I mean, this was a relatively major settlement for the area, right?
Yeah, and
It's-
now it's gone to shit.
It's pretty populous, right? It's over 6,000 people. So
In disrepair.
it looks like there's been some damage. As it's not that it's kind of fallen apart. It actually looks like it's been damaged.
Mm.
So yeah, if you guys go strolling around, then yeah, you'll see that there's some houses that have been burnt down and things like that. Like,
I'm actually interested. Would I have had time to kind of go and do a full damage report on my robot vehicle?
well, you did a telemechanic kind of connection before,
Yeah,
so you've got an
I did
idea.
that for, I think, for two. I think the telemechanics was for kind of 2 of the 6 hours, or 1 of the 3 hours, I can't remember, of getting the sensory systems back up and running.
That's right, but in the time that you would be connected to your telemechanics, you get the full schematic layout, right? Like you know everything there is to know about the machine when you do that, regardless of what your purpose was. So you do kind of have a good idea of what the damage is to your machine there.
I go spend the rest of the day working on my robot vehicle.
You could. Again, they're going to have to acquire parts and the like to actually get your vehicle fixed. But so it's, I mean, you just literally dropped it off and went for breakfast. So could take a little time for them to actually acquire the things that they need to pull up here to start reworking the armor plating and things like that.
I guess we're going to explore the town.
We'll walk slowly.
All right.
It's hard to start selling off my surplus of weapons if I don't have my weapons, so I'll have to get back to that later.
That's true. Yeah, very true.
So, I think I will turn as we are walking and strike up a bit of a conversation with our babysitter, the red-haired guy, right?
That's right. He will have joined you as you guys walk around. He kind of caught up. He saw you on the move and caught up to you. Yeah. So go ahead.
And I'll just kind of offhandedly ask, what happened to the mostly burned out buildings?
Oh, caught fire.
Well, yeah. How? Anything
Open and
happen?
shut case, Johnson.
That's right. Open and shut. Open and shut case. Yeah. He says yeah, there was just a bit of a mishap. Fire spreads fast, you know.
Yeah, it does.
But we got it out. We got it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's your story?
Well, I'm just kind of along for the ride here with the bad cats. I'd like a little adventure, a little excitement, and they seem to offer that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Now, if we head up over that way, and he kind of points down past kind of one of the intersections, says there's a gambling hall up that way. If you're interested in trying your luck.
Yep, I'm good. I'm just gonna walk in there.
Oh, okay.
I like him, he says.
I don't know how well received I'd be gambling.
Why is that?
I mean, I'm not the worst at it, and that tends to rub people the wrong way.
Well,
I don't mind certain card games every now and then.
well, they got card games. And, he says, they've got women. And he kind of gives you a smile. Now, I got to keep my eye on you boys. So, we can go there and enjoy ourselves, and I keep my eye on you there, or we can keep roaming around this place. I don't know. Looks like your ley line walker's got the right idea, though.
I mean, on the one hand, if we go, gambling and women. On the other hand, if we don't go, you turn into a chameleon, because good luck. because he's gone.
There's nothing else to do in this town. There's nothing else to do.
You got a hospital around these parts?
Sure, there's a hospital. Well, there's a healer and a clinic in town.
What passes for one? Yeah. Okay.
Why, you hurt?
No. Again, you were giving us the tour. I figured I'd, get what I'm paying for here.
Okay.
And I'll kind of look over at Luke and Gottrich and gesture vaguely in the direction of the gambling hall and throw an eyebrow up and be like, what do you think? I mean, I could take her to leave it.
Like I said, if there's nothing else to do in this town, might as well.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you guys walk with him over to the gambling hall. And he walks in. And when he walks in, some people are quite happy to see him. Other people look a little leery. And he kind of yells out hello to some people that recognize him that yell back at him, "Red!" Right? And
I'm keeping an eye on the people who seem to like him and who doesn't.
yeah, the girls like him. He's kind of a rather, I don't know, he's a rather kind of handsome-ish guy, above average physical beauty, and it's very casino-esque. They've got tables, they've got cards, and the people that are interacting with him, he's a rather good-looking guy. The ladies like him. Some of the kind of younger, more I don't know, not the old timers sitting in the corner playing their cards, right? He appeals more to the younger crowd.
Well, good for him, I guess.
And he introduces you. He's like, "New folks in town. Now be good," he says to you, and he heads over to one of the craps tables.
Is there a bar in town in the building?
There is. You know there is because that's where Portland is.
There's Portland.
Portland, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good.
You got your drink on?
I do.
All right. And the barkeep, as he's pouring you your first one, says, "So, you guys decided to come into Liberty, huh?"
Yeah, thought we'd take a peruse. It's a very interesting place you got here. Not like this place in particular, but the whole place in general. Liberty.
Yeah, well, it's been a lot interesting lately.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going down.
Well, yeah, a little while ago, he kind of points subtly over to Red. A little while ago, they had a town meeting.
Oh.
And,
what's that about?
well, what with the rumors of the Devourer,
They're not rumors. They're not rumors.
Okay, he says.
They're not rumors.
He looks a little bit more worried. Says,
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they'll kill you.
I want to interrupt and to say, if we're going to keep talking about this, I think I might need a drink there too, Byron.
Yeah, pulls out another glass, and just as Portland's glass is filled, he pulls the bottle over top of yours and starts filling it up.
I'll go over as well and say, "Yeah, I'll have one as well."
Pulls out another glass, lines it up.
Make it a big one.
I only got so many glasses. He says,
Fair enough.
"Yeah, and you're
Just
a
give me
big
shot
guy.
glass.
You're a
Doesn't
big
matter.
guy." So
I just give him the barrel.
Oh, thank
It'll
you.
be fine.
Thank you.
this is, well, it probably came out of a barrel. He holds up the whiskey bottle, sets it down. "You want something?" he says to Senate.
I'll just kind of subtly shake my head. No, it's fine. I'll hit the table in a minute.
All right. Says, "Well, you've encountered the swarm?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then maybe
We've seen a lot.
one of the reasons why we're here. We have to get some repairs.
Oh, well, maybe we made the right decision then.
Have you guys encountered many?
None.
None.
Which decision was that?
To take on the new law enforcement, such as it is.
Yeah. The town decided to hire a group of, powered up heroes to help protect the town. So they hired
We met a few of them.
Yeah. They hired the bad cats.
Yeah. How many of them are there? We've met let's see, we've met the sheriff. We met Sue. We've met not over to Red. We met Red. And we met I don't remember his name, but I guess he's a crazy.
Yeah. Fast hands. Fast hands.
Yeah.
Fast hands, thank you. Fast hands.
Yeah, there's about 30 of them.
30.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't met one of these swarmlings, have you?
Nope. Haven't caught any hint of the swarm.
Damn.
Yeah, cats are pretty capable.
Yeah, I'd say they're capable. They've essentially taken over the town. He starts polishing a glass, lowers his voice.
Was that
I'll lean in.
something that was decided in the meeting?
No. The old sheriff and 4 of his best deputies were gunned down in the streets. And then later...
Did it?
Yeah.
I mean, contextually, I think we can piece together.
Yeah, I just want to...
And then later that evening, the sheriff's home was burnt to the ground, and his wife was abused, we'll say.
Who seems to run their outfit?
Yeah, the new sheriff. Next day after that, he was announced as the new sheriff, the leader of their group there, Quentin Larroquette.
That's certainly convenient.
Yeah, and the man you walked in with, that's one of his new deputies, Red, fire starter. He's the one that burned down the sheriff's house and had his way with his wife.
Well, it's always the pretty ones, I guess.
Yeah. Then they held a mock election after Quentin became the sheriff and elected one of their members, the new leader, the new mayor of the town.
What's this mayor about?
Not about much. Seems to make an awful lot of demands, takes his position pretty seriously, but gets kind of angry when people make fun of him.
Is there much to be made fun of?
Well, he's not the swiftest kick in the pants.
Small dick, gotcha.
How about
I wouldn't say small.
Oh, is he the giant we've heard about?
Oh, you heard about him? Yeah. He's a giant.
So when we say giant, on a scale of,
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
12,
I literally turn away from him.
I'm genuinely curious. Even
Insecurities, paging insecurities.
I want to know what I'm facing.
You left your headlights on in the parking lot.
Like, is he like? I was told he's either twice my height or 3 times my height.
Stand up, he says.
I'm standing up.
How tall are you? He says.
6'9".
It's probably a little bit more than twice your height.
Okay.
I mean, first things first, you clearly just lost this game of Simon Says. Secondly, I don't think his height is of the highest impact in this setting at this moment.
Well,
No, it's not. The fact that he can breathe fire, that's more important.
See?
See, that's why I'm
that's
asking. Like, that's an important
no,
thing.
that's not why you're asking. Don't
I
play
am
that game
asking
with
because
me.
he's a giant. That he's probably like a dragon or something.
I know that you know that that's not why you're asking.
And we all
You
know
don't.
that.
You
We
don't.
know.
You
And
don't.
we all,
You don't know
we're all
nothing.
very aware.
No, no, you don't know that. I'm,
Yes, we
I'm,
do.
I'm totally secure in my manhood.
I just look at Gottrich. What do you think?
I'm just rolling my eyes and
I was going to say
turning with my back to the bar.
you could
Exactly.
probably hear his eyes roll.
Yeah.
In any case,
They
so
roll in dwarvish.
moving
Thick and
on.
spiteful. Just
Okay, so
I actually want to look for the exits to try and sneak out of here without our
Okay.
bodyguard guy noticing.
okay. So while he's doing that, I'm going to say, so we've got a giant who breathes fire. We've got what looks like in the sheriff and Quentin at least a partial Borg, a fire starter, a crazy. Sue's a psychic of some sort.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what kind?
I've been nice about not poking around upstairs for anybody else because I'm trying not to draw attention yet. But
Do you know what kind of psychic she is?
Nope.
Okay.
She can read minds.
No. Yes, you can.
so the sheriff is the head of this outfit. Is that
Yeah.
the point we're drawing to here?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to start drawing comparisons between the head of the outfit and the head of the snake, but were he to come across some ill fortune, let's say, what are the chances the rest of them start falling apart? Maybe spark some infighting.
Wait, why do we care?
Because they're human beings.
No,
Well-
aren't we trying to recruit these fucking people? I don't care if they're bad people. We need to like have people to fight for us.
Well, that's just it. It's easier to
To what?
divide and conquer because I don't see them pulling up their roots in what would otherwise be a good go.
Dude, there's not gonna be any fucking roots to plant. This place is gonna be a goddamn like shit stain by the end of it.
Yeah,
You
I
know that,
suspect
and I
they'll-
know that, but I
And
don't
this
think they're.
barkeep knows that. So yeah. Dude,
Given
you
the
better
fact
leave.
that he-
You should leave soon. You're gonna fucking die if you stay here and they don't do something about this goddamn swarm. Just so you know, you are going to die. Not by my hand, but by the swarm's hand. They will kill everything. They don't care.
I mean, you're not wrong, but the fact
I'm
that
not
when
even-
we walked in, they referred to it as a rumor. That
Yeah,
tells you
I'm
right
telling
there
you it's
more or
not
less
a
where they're at.
It is
Yeah,
not.
and I
a
don't-
rumor.
It's not a rumor. We know it's not a rumor, but we also can see that I don't think that the current administration, such as it is really preparing them for anything, and I don't think they have any interest in preparing them.
Dude, I don't even care about the other people. I'm caring about this barkeep right just served me. This guy's my boy right here. He just served me drinks. I'm trying to make sure this man makes it out alive. He might have a family. I'm looking out for people here, okay?
Can I get you another one?
Yes, you can.
He fills you up again.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Grab your children or family or whatever. Get the fuck out of here. Don't worry about anything else because this is not going to exist in like probably when this thing comes. So you know.
That's not reassuring.
Nope, it's not. That's why we have to try and find
I
people.
don't
that
think
kill
it's
these
meant to be. Honesty typically isn't.
things. Yeah.
Well, that one there, he's cocky and he's arrogant. And he'll often defy Quentin right to his face. If you're looking for a rift, you may want to start there. And not your kind, he says to Portland. Not your kind of
No
rift.
offense taken. No offense taken, buddy.
But you didn't hear that from me. He starts polishing another glass.
We heard nothing.
What's Red up to?
He's tossing dice. Tossing dice, got girls hanging off of him. He's laughing loud at people, and he's smoking a cigarette, and yeah, he's having a good time.
I'm going to turn to the Senate and I say, we can't leave these people.
all sorts of things we can and can't do, all sorts of things we should and shouldn't do, but those two things aren't necessarily the same thing. Best course of action is to play it by ear, and unfortunately, keep our eye on the prize. What happens here, comparatively, is small potatoes compared to the swarm.
Well, if we
I would love-
or if we keep making moral sacrifices, and
I would love to find a situation where we're able to rally the bad cats and bring them with us. I don't know that we can make it to that situation.
I don't think they have any interest. I think their interest is sucking this place as dry as they can before moving on, and they'll leave it defenseless.
I don't doubt that. But the fact is, whether it's destroyed by the bad cats or the swarm, one of those is likely to happen much sooner than later, and one of those is much likely to spread far beyond this town. So it's less a moral sacrifice and more a clarification of priorities.
Fun.
Let's be real. We can't save everybody in this town. I want to turn, after I say that, I want to turn to the barkeep and I just say, hey, is there a back door in this place? Some other way out of here?
Yeah, he points kind of across the casino to another set of doors on the other side. It's kind of like you're in sort of a big kind of warehouse type place, right? High ceilings, a lot of different tables. There's a stage. There's music playing, that sort of thing. There's the main bar here, but there's also a smaller bar on the other side of the layout here. And he says that's the other exit.
Do you think I'd be able to, would I be able to get to that exit without being kind of seen by anybody else?
Well,
Is
Gottrik's...
it loud?
No, he's asking me.
Okay.
Gottrik's pretty short. You could probably...
I guess I'm wondering how crowded this place is.
It's the middle. It's the morning, so it's not super crowded. But there's the regulars that are here that are not all the tables are working right now. You are small. You have a mental affinity of 7, which means that you're kind of ignorable, right? Like you don't really, as long as you keep your mouth shut, people will kind of overlook you literally because you're also rather short. So if you stay behind the tables, if if a dwarf crouches, you're pretty low, right? You could probably make your way over that way without a lot of notice.
That's what I want to do.
Okay. So you hop down off the stool.
Do I immediately notice him trying to leave?
Oh yeah, he's not prowling, and you guys are right there, right? Like he just hops down and probably finishes his drink and hops down and off he goes.
Yeah, and I'll say to these guys as we're leaving, I just got some stuff to check on, so I'll catch up with you guys later.
I'm not to him.
Okay.
Are you making
make sure
a
to wait
sneaky
till
sort of
after
exit?
robot.
No, I don't think I'm sneaking out of here. I'm just kind of
No, I don't mean. I mean, are you trying to get out of here without the babysitter?
without being seen. Yes, absolutely.
All right, let me do what I can for you then, and I will attempt. Was it Deadened Senses? See if I can land that on red. He's going to be trying to keep an eye on us. Reducing his chances of doing so seems like a pretty good move.
Is he not
What I should do is
like,
just start digging a hole and tunneling out of here.
I mean, there's that, yeah.
I think like he's quite distracted at the moment.
Yeah.
I we could throw a coat on this guy and no one would know.
But you haven't communicated that
I'm
your
just gonna
plan is dead in senses right now. You're just telling me that, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if he's keeping an eye on us, I assume that at some point or another he's going to have to make a roll, and this will help reduce his chance of success.
You said he was playing roulette? Is that what you're saying? Or what was he playing?
Craps.
Dice.
He's playing dice, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go over and play some dice then. This is going to be a lot easier.
All right, you head over that way. Cool.
Yeah. And then when I see him, I'm be like, how does this game work?
Cool. And you're using deadened senses there?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
-1 to save. He should be within range.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
he's
even have to leave the bar, I expect.
Yeah, he's in range right from where you're at. And let's see. Well, unfortunately, he saved.
Even with a -1? That's annoying.
Yeah, that's with his -1. So,
What does he say?
let's see what it says. Yeah, it's it's not. It's pretty subtle.
Manipulation that's so subtle its victims seldom realize they've fallen under. the
Yeah,
influence.
so saving it would. Yeah, he doesn't realize he was even targeted with it. Yeah, so there you are. And you walk up to him there, Portland, and
Yep.
he looks over at you, takes a drag from his smoke, and blows a long cloud of smoke, long thin cloud of smoke up into the sky. Says, "Well, the line walker showed up. You gonna show us how to walk the line here?" And he places
How do you play
places
this-
a
how do you play
couple
this game?
chips out on the betting line. It's like,
Sure.
well, you're gonna need something to bet.
Oh, okay. What is the currency? Sorry, I'm a little
No,
new here.
we take universal credits in town here, don't we, barkeep? He yells, and you guys at the bar hear him yell across, "Don't we, barkeep?"
All right, I will grab some credits then. And how many credits do I have? Where do I get the credits? Shoot.
Universal credits are on your equipment page.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'll grab some credits. Okay.
You're gonna grab some chips. Sure. How much do you want to gamble with?
I'm gonna gamble with. Let's go with a cool 1,000.
All right. Cool.
There we go. Is this enough?
Sure.
I don't know. How much do you usually bet per whatever this is throw?
Well, how much do you want to put down?
Let's go with 250.
All right. Big spender.
Is it? I don't know. How much are you spending?
Says, I don't know. I'll put down 250 too. And
Alright, sounds good.
he slides chips onto the line.
Cool. So what do I do? Just throw them? Like, how do I know if I win?
Well, here, I'll let you roll. And he hands you the dice. So it's craps. So you're looking, if you get a 7 or 11, you're going to double your money. So you can roll 2d6 for me.
2d6.
Yeah.
2d6. Right there. Why is it rolling? Hey, I won.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
It was the first one. It was the first one.
That's right. It was the first one. Yeah.
Okay, I won.
And
Right.
there you go. So they match up your chips. There you go. Now you got another 250.
This game's pretty easy.
Well, until you make point.
Till I make point.
Then you got to try to match that number again. You can place bets and do
I
other
see.
things until that number comes back up. But then if you hit a 7, you crap out and lose it all.
All right. I get you. Okay. Sounds good. I'll put another. Sorry, did you win as well?
Yeah, I put on the line.
Okay, so let's go again. Let's do this.
Cool. So you guys can play for a little while. I'm not going to sit here and play craps with everybody watching riffs. But
Goddamn.
yeah,
Narrating craps.
that's right. And and no,
Party,
only a 6 came up this time. What are you going to do? You know.
Or the hard way. Yeah,
That's right. That's right. So
Come or don't come. Pick your poison.
That's 8-1, just so you know. Anyways, yeah, we're good.
all right, good. So he teaches you craps. You see Portland over there gambling with your babysitter.
Are we
Certainly.
like having like a good time though? Like are people like around us? Like it's like a big commotion.
Oh yeah, when people score big, everybody cheers. When they don't, they don't.
Okay, so they're quite distracted.
Oh yeah, he's
Sweet.
he's partying it up. He's he loves being in the company of these ladies, and yeah, he's yeah, drinking and placing bets, winning and losing, all
Do
that
I have
good
a
stuff.
wench yet?
Oh, there's girls kind of hanging on you
Oh, wait, do I
because
like? Oh, sweet. Oh, yeah, fantastic.
yeah, I love
I
your
have a wench.
I love your gas mask. It's so manly.
That's right. Yes. Fogs up.
Pull the Darth Vader. I am your daddy.
That's right.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
But
This is why
All
I
right.
can't go to the casino in real life.
So Gotrick, you make your way across. A few people now and then, like janitorial staff that are kind of dusting things off and stuff, see you walk by, but they just kind of shrug and keep working. And you make your way to the back door. You push it open, and the light of day leaks into the darker room that you're coming out of, and your eyes adjust, and you step outside. Where are you headed?
I want to go to the shop where they're fixing my robot vehicle.
All right,
of course.
you make your way back over to your shop, or to the
Like,
shop where
and I
your
like
vehicle is.
having said that, I don't necessarily just want to walk straight in. I want to try and see from a distance what they're doing, if they're actually working on it, or if they might be trying to like pillage it, but um, like fix it in a sense that they've actually pillaged it, but I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like take out all the good shit and just put lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, for sure. So, as you approach, give me a robot electronics and a robot mechanics check. See if you can see what they're doing there.
The mechanics, robot electronics. God.
Yeah, everything looks fine. They look like they're working away.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So you approach.
Can I try and get a little bit closer? Yeah, I'll start to walk in.
Yeah, you walk in, and again, you're relatively ignorable. They're they're in the midst of working on your robot there. And do you draw attention to yourself, or just stand there and watch?
I'll just stand there and watch for a little bit. Can I use my telemechanics?
You have to touch
Like
or
how close?
be within 10
Yeah.
feet, right?
Yeah, like how close can I get to this robot vehicle?
Oh, you can walk right up to it. They're busying themselves
Oh.
on it. They didn't even really notice you come in. So
I want to walk right up and use telemechanics.
yeah, 5 feet away. Sorry, not 10 feet. But yeah,
Yes.
sure. You use your telemechanics and
And basically kind of testing for the same thing to know if it's kind of if the work that they're doing is actually productive work.
yeah, you don't have to make any roll really. Because you can tell, I mean, you get the schematics instantly. You can see that they're working on areas that are damaged, right?
Is it still all like full of ammunition and all that kind of stuff from when I last left it?
Yeah, your missiles and your missile launchers are as full as you had them, and your no new rounds have been spent from your railgun.
Sweet.
And then all of a sudden it's, oh, hey, how's it going?
Oh, not too bad. How about you guys?
Oh, we're just getting started here, just trying to kind of clear out any of the burnt wiring and stuff like that. You had a hell of a, well, yeah, whatever hit you melted just about everything.
Have you guys heard about the swarm? The devouring swarm?
Yeah, you were saying that you ran into them.
Why, you guys don't believe us?
Well, I know, you just were talking about it before. I believe that they did a number on your robot.
Well, absolutely. Are you guys from around here?
Yeah, born and raised.
what do you guys find of this new government?
Well, we're just
As I say it, I want to kind of look around to make sure that there's, this bodyguard guy is not following us and that we're kind of alone in our conversation.
yeah. No, he doesn't seem to be around. And he says, "Well, it's been rather lucrative for us. They've got some power armor, some vehicles, and yeah, keeping them patched up and loaded with weapons is loaded with ordnance rather has been pretty good, making ourselves useful to them."
I'll be honest with you guys. I was worried that you would be pillaging everything that's useful on this vehicle and just kind of leaving me with a hunk of junk.
No, no, this is worth fixing up for sure. It's not quite spent yet, but it'll take a lot of work. That leg's got to be reinforced, and I mean, we basically have to replace all of the plating.
It always does take a lot of work. It's a labor of love.
Yeah, yeah, I can tell. Looks like a lot of custom work on it here. Never seen people route wires this way.
You've never seen them route wires the right way.
I like him, says the other guy. He just made fun of you. He's funny. Yeah.
I'm honest. That's what I am.
Well, that's good. Honest people tend to do well now.
Are you guys wanting to learn some new things?
Well, we were talking before about.
I don't have to sit and watch you fix it.
Well, we were talking before about you fixing some other things in town.
Oh, what else do you have?
Well, we've been trying to run electricity to every building, but we haven't really been able to do all that since the change in government. So, want to get back onto that. There's a few vehicles that need to be repaired. That way.
Would I be in trouble if I did that?
I doubt it. You're making the town a better place to live. And besides, that's how you're paying for this after all. Remember? Kind for kind.
Absolutely. I just, you were saying that you were working on getting the town hooked up.
Yeah,
and then the new government came in, and I want to make sure that they're not turning back the clock on you guys.
Oh, no, I think they're quite happy to have electricity in the whole town.
So why'd they make you stop?
Oh, there was just a little bit of turmoil in the streets. Hard to run wire when you got places burning down and, people not willing to work.
From what I hear, that was a little bit of places burning down was kind of imposed by this government.
Well, some people weren't too smart. Didn't see which way the wind was blowing.
Sure. All right. Well, why don't you show me what you got for getting the town all connected here?
Well, we got a vehicle out there that'll raise a post. We're looking at putting up some more poles to run wires through. So, if you're any good at digging holes and laying posts.
Digging holes is where he shines.
And a voice, a disembodied voice echoes in. It sounds like he's in some sort of gambling hall.
Well, yeah, if it's not fixing vehicles that I'm good at, it's good at digging. So now I'll start getting you set up with getting the town some electricity here. You guys got a source?
Oh yeah, we'll patch it all in once we get the infrastructure laid. We just need the poles and start running the wire, and then we'll tie it all in.
But what's your source?
Oh, we got a sweet generator.
All right, gotta love that diesel.
Well, we're not quite burning diesel. We found
What are you burning?
well, we found an old robot vehicle, took out the power source, and well, we had an operator come through a little while back, and he was able to hook it up to a generator to generate electricity. Says it should probably run for at least another 10 years. Well, provided the generator doesn't break, but the power source is good.
See, and that's why you guys can probably tell that I'm worried about my robot vehicle. Took me forever to find this nuclear power source.
Yeah, well, don't worry. We want to keep this sucker intact. They pat it. No sense in stripping down a good vehicle.
That's the spirit. All right, show me where all this other stuff is.
Yep. And he wipes his hands on a rag and tosses the rag down and climbs down from the robot. And he starts to show you some stuff.
I'll follow him.
Yeah, we'll jump back to Sir Luke and Senate. But sorry, you wanted to say something?
I did.
Okay. So, Sir Luke, Senate, you guys are still in the gambling hall. Portland is making bank and hanging out with the ladies. Well, your babysitter, Red, is also having a good time. What are you guys doing?
So I'm going to say, so there's about 30 of them here. The 4 that we met are probably the most capable, although the mayor sounds like he might also be so, although apparently dumb.
I've never had to grapple with a giant, so I have no idea.
No, nor have I.
But, I mean, the upside of having a giant robot is it does have a tendency for stepping on things. So, see how that plays.
Well, it might be a matter of, like you said, causing some sort of rift, because 30 of them, that's hard to deal with, particularly when some of the other ones are like Borgs and power. Yeah, they're pretty well equipped.
But I've also got to ask the question, is it a good idea to even try for that? Because if we are able to drive a wedge, cause a rift, start a fight, what happens to this town? We've seen firsthand what MDC capable beings can do to SDC structures and the SDC people that live in those structures.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. If there's going to be something that is done, and I'm not saying necessarily that there is, although there should be, but that's another point we could discuss later.
So,
where would it be? Like, is it something?
I mean, the wrinkle in this plan. Yes, it may work. Yes, it's fairly low impact as far as we're concerned. If it goes through, it doesn't make it safe for the innocent people here.
No, but it doesn't make it less safe, I think. In fact, it might even make it a bit safer.
I think
at this point, they don't. I don't think these mercenaries have any interest in defending the town from the swarm.
I don't disagree, but the fact is,
and as they're not even doing anything to help them get prepared for it, they have no way to defend themselves. They're sitting ducks. I mean, as soon as the danger comes, these guys are going to be off to the next place to pillage.
So are you suggesting that we bring a controlled amount of the swarm here to...
No.
Because...
I don't think I'm missing that.
Because again, I respectfully don't see a world where we drive them out without significant losses to this town.
Well,
we don't have the capacity to take on 30. We don't have the capacity to meaningfully divide them and diminish their power without causing collateral, not unlike the former sheriff.
No, and I get that. I understand that. But maybe they've got more on the go than we think. Maybe there's, tonight when, well, we're going to the place we were asked to go to, right?
We'll get the information we have, but I need to impress upon you again, as I have in the
I
past,
I know,
a
and I'm not,
caution about brash decisions,
and as you see, I'm not doing anything brash, but
which I appreciate, but
it just rankles me to know
yes,
that,
and I understand that.
and it drives me in. It's to see that person over there knowing what we did to that man's wife.
And naturally so. You are a cyber knight. I understand that. But we have to be practical and unfortunately pragmatic.
Now, I don't know, pragmatism might be the way to go, but
I don't clearly remember the guidelines under which a cyber knight lives, but I do distinctly remember that pragmatism was not one of the core tenets. So I appreciate the position you find yourself in, and I'm not jealous of it. But this is why I have to be rather direct in saying this may be beyond us right now, if nothing else.
so I'm going to take a pull from my beer that I'm drinking. And go. So one of the things that's been bothering me basically is that I've basically talking about being a cyber knight, that I've been essentially a failure since I've started. You know that, right?
Have you?
Well, let's look at it, right? So the I'm not going to beat myself up over the farmer dying as a result of the rhino, the buffalo rhino buffalo, but I mean, after that, I mean, the Black Fairy, the town, Lex, everybody else. How many people, old Jack, how many people have died that I couldn't stop,
And
that I should have been able to?
how many people have we saved?
Yeah, but
Because let's face it, yes, we lost Trapper's Cove. Well, we didn't lose it, it was lost. But the fact is, people were able to escape. Were we not there, do you really think that Trapper's Cove would be anything more than a memory of the dead, much less the memory of the living?
well, maybe.
So while I appreciate your opinion, it's rather two-dimensional. This isn't a yes or no. It's a question of degrees. Have you saved everyone we've come across? No, of course not, and that's not at all an appropriate way to approach this. And if you're going to live your life under that basic flawed arithmetic, you're setting yourself up for a whole lot of heartache. Let me just warn you now. Rather than focusing on the deficiencies, I would gently recommend considering the successes in place of those perceived deficiencies. Really think about the positive impacts that you and we collectively have made.
Which have been what?
Well, so far, there are less devourers in the world. There are less, what are they called, mechanoids?
Mechanoids.
Right now, if nothing else, we've brought this place hope. We've brought hope to the small village that clearly is disinterested in affiliating with the bad cats.
But
And you are also working to discount the future. And while we don't know what that is, writing it off completely based on the past is, again, an easy inroad to heartache, if that's what you're looking for.
but giving the people here hope and that other village hope and then not carrying through, that's not hope, that's cruel.
But as we've discussed, it's about tempering expectations. And at this point, we've made it clear our priority is with the swarm. Because dealing with cowards in large numbers with heavy guns is less of a heroic errand than dealing with a potentially universe-ending incursion.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree, but I don't know.
So we don't have a perfect track record. You may not have a perfect track record. But this game is not over. And so counting yourself out preemptively is, and I say this respectfully, an easy way out. It's somewhat cowardly.
I'll just shoot him a look
And
and
let's
like
say,
angry
and
look.
I'm going to look you dead in the face as I say, it is unbecoming someone of your station. And I'm just going to sit there and let that hang in the air. You have fun with that.
All right, we'll move over to Portland. Portland, give me 3d6.
Oh,
Roll 3d6 for me. Yeah, roll 3d6.
Okay.
All right.
7. That's fantastic.
Cool. So I'm going to subtract 7 from whatever the 3d6 was, and that's going to determine kind of how much you've gained or lost, and you've gained or lost 0. So you're kind of even right now.
Oh.
And I guess I should probably pull out the token for red, since I have one. Hello, red. Where are we? Somewhere. There he is.
I really thought 7 was good for a second there.
And yeah. And he says, so you're kind of even now there, Leyline Walker. Why don't we take a break?
Yeah.
Come on over here and
yeah.
let's take a seat and see if we can't get ourselves a couple more drinks. And he's like, ladies,
Sure.
why don't you go have a drink too? And he kind of pulls you over to the side there and kind of makes a sign over to one of the waitresses for a round.
Thanks, Red, and for teaching me that game.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's a good game. So, Portland, can I level with you?
Sure. What's going on?
Well, you see how people, they're kind of afraid, right? You saw that when we walked in here?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Interesting vibe.
I don't like that, Portland. I don't like that they're afraid of the bad cats because, well, I don't like the fact that that Quentin kind of throws his weight around. He throws his weight around, he threatens people, and, he gunned down their sheriff and his deputies in the streets and then just kind of took over. He saw an opportunity and went for it. Didn't really take into consideration the impact it would have on the people. And, of course, his girlfriend there, she's not any better off. She just takes what she wants out of people's minds. Yeah. So, I don't like what we've done here. The gunfight caught a house on fire. Luckily, I was able to put it out. And, yeah. It's pretty bad. So...
You seem like a decent guy yourself, though.
Well, I try. To be, I just like a good time. Don't want to be hurting people. Just like to have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. I get it.
And the waitress brings over the drinks and sets them down on the table, and he smiles and he says, just add it to my tab. She's like, sure thing, Red. And he slides a drink over to you as she walks away.
And I'll cheers them and I'll be like, so is this the first town you guys have been through?
No, he says. No.
Is it
But
always
this is
same story?
This is the sweetest deal we've found. It's in good shape. It's got electricity. It's plumbing. It's a good place to live, but not the way we took it over. He leans in. Portland, have you ever killed anybody?
Yes.
If you can kill Quentin and Sue, I can take over the bad cats, calm everybody down, prevent any acts of retribution, and clear out of this town in 48 hours. quiet and peaceful, like mice, and we won't come back.
I'll take a big gulp here because I'm like thinking to myself as this happens. Well, as interesting as that proposition is, how come you haven't done it yourself then? Like, you probably get closer to him than anyone else.
True, but that looks like betrayal, right? And who's going to follow the guy that's the betrayer? He's just going to betray them. So, no, it's got to be from the outside. It's got to make it look like, it makes sense for you guys to do it. You come into town, you don't like the way things are, and you liberate the people. I calm everybody down and lead us out. Kind of surrender.
I understand, but I'm not against what you're saying, because obviously this town being under this particular individual doesn't seem like it's good vibes all around, even though obviously we're having a little bit of fun here. But at the same time, I'm not saying I don't trust you, but we just met, and how am I supposed to know that you're not going to turn on me and my friends here right after this happens, right? Like, no, I'm not trying to be
No, that's
rude.
fair. That's fair. So, look, what can I do? You want to know what he's capable of? He's got 2 bionic arms. Right arm has a wrist needle. It dispenses drugs. He usually likes to use paralysis drugs, tranquilizers, right? Truth serum to get the truth out of people. But he always makes sure that he's got 4 doses of poison in there. Kill people dead. His left hand, though, is more deadly. He's got a laser finger blaster in that one. And he'll pop a small energy clip in the port on his arm. That's how he took out the sheriff. He approached with his hands in the air and then just pointed his finger at him and blasted his head clean off. He's got a concealed laser rod in there too. And he'll fire knuckle spikes out. Those are the secret weapons that he keeps on him. So he'll even throw down. He'll put his weapons down and put his hands up. He'll turn on people. That's what he'll do. So watch his hands, I guess is what I'm telling you. I don't know what I can tell you. I mean,
Is there any way to disable him?
well, that's not my speciality, but if you can keep his hands from coming up, you can keep all of those things contained, right? It's hard to jab you with a needle if he can't raise his arms, and
That's true. Does he have a particular vice?
Well, he likes money and he likes power. He gets off on it. He's got himself a decent arsenal now. He'll walk around with a coalition plasma cannon. He's got a lot of grenades, vibro sabers, vibro knives, those sorts of things. His girlfriend, she's she'll get in your head, mess you right up.
So you're saying we need to separate them?
She'll shut off your weapons too.
Yeah, I've heard of that. So what are his vulnerabilities?
His vulnerabilities? Well, he's just a man. Catch him with his pants down. He's just as naked as everybody else. His bionics give him an edge, and his armor and his weapons. But no man can live in his armor 24/7.
Fair.
And if his weapons aren't in hand, they're not much use to him. It's those bionic arms that you got to deal with. He's always armed. And, well, Sue, it's her mind. So if you
Are they
can...
pretty inseparable?
Oh, yeah, they're like 2 peas in a pod. And of course, they got that damn crazy around the follows him around like some sort of lapdog. He's nuts.
Fair
He's just
enough.
always picking fights, trying to prove how tough he is. He'll even, once in a while, they'll pick on the juicers. They're not bad guys. Dumb, but they're not bad guys.
Anyone in here that's in your favor?
What, in this building here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you saw the people. They like me.
Fair enough. I have a request, though, if I do this.
What's that?
If we do this for you, you need to fight with us against this swarm.
The swarm.
Trust me. If a swarm hits us, or this place, there will be nothing left of this place. You want to be a protector, you want to have good vibe, you want to make these people feel good. I understand you want to leave, but at the same time, these people are going to need protection, real protection. And we need to go, like, we've met this swarm, and they are as deadly as can be. There's no remorse. They annihilate everything in their path. If we do not band together, we will all die.
That sounds like almost a death sentence going up against him.
It'll be a death sentence when they find you, and they will find you. We've seen what they've done to other villages. There's nothing but ashes.
Sounds like you should keep moving then. Don't stop.
Well, if we gather enough people, maybe we can stop them. That's why we're here. To try to find other mercenaries, other militias that we can band with so that we can band together, strengthen numbers. Because if we're scattered, we're just easy picking for these things. There'll be nowhere for you to go next because there's going to be nowhere to stop. They'll all be annihilated.
Well, yeah. Well, it'll really depend on how the gang is after it all settles out here.
Fair enough.
But I can lead him to that town just north of here, near the ley line. We could meet you there.
Yeah, it's a possibility for sure. But I think those are going to be my terms, if that's what's going to happen. I'll talk to my people, but we're going to need your hand in beating this.
Yeah, well, sounds like you need all the help you can get with that swarm.
The world does.
If I can get the bad cats to calm down and leave this place, I'll meet you at that other town. Just
Sure.
Listen, man. Can we trust those other two? He points at Senate and Sir Luke.
I would trust them with my life.
All right. Just be quiet about it. Don't talk to them near the bar. Find a secluded spot.
Will do.
All right.
I'm going to raise my glass.
He clinks it, and he puts his hand out.
I'll shake it.
All right. Good. I'm going to go back and do some gambling.
Sounds good. I'm going to do some more drinking here.
All right.
I know Luke and I were rather engrossed in a conversation just now. Do we notice the handshake at all?
Probably not. You're too
Okay,
busy
that's fine.
berating him for being weak.
Nope. I'm not berating anyone. I'm trying to give context.
You just want in on my actual... Finally. Okay, so I got 9 minutes of chatting time.
No. Just again. Can use my mouth and eyes at the same time. I don't know.
All right. Well, Portland, you finish your drink?
I finished my drink. And then I'm going to walk over to Senate and Sir Luke here.
How'd you do?
You guys ready to turn in? I think I've had a little too much.
I'm just gonna like.
It's like 10 a.m.
No, I'm
It's 10 a.m.
Like, what?
I need a record scratch when I turn and look at Portland,
Yeah.
hearing the words "I've had too much."
Like what the fuck?
That should be the cue, you fucking
Like
idiots.
Owen Wilson
Yeah.
is now
Dude,
I
narrating.
get it. Like, yeah. I think we should turn in.
Everything is freeze framed. There's a slow pan across the bar. You're probably wondering how I got here. Like,
Exactly.
does that actually trigger my sixth sense? I feel like it probably should.
Oh my gosh.
Danger.
Just notifying
Where's
me
the
of
rock?
in-game
Where's
mechanics.
the rock
Give
coming
me a
from?
rock
Where's the
coming.
rock coming from?
That's right.
Yeah.
Incoming!
Through Portland saying that he's had too much. I don't think I've ever heard DT say that he's had too much.
Oh, I have.
True.
That's
No, I
rude.
have. It's a lot, but I have.
That is rude. I can't wait to have you for Thanksgiving, you asshole.
You were on a pair of shoes that day. It was excellent.
Oh no.
What, are you going to have too much at Thanksgiving?
I'm going to now.
That's bite.
Just to prove the
Challenge
point.
accepted.
Just for spite.
Yeah.
Oh, I love spite.
As you guys are talking,
Nope.
a beam of light kind of breaks into the gambling hall here as three rather swollen individuals step in. We call them juicers. They are wearing body armor similar to what not Portland, but Sir Luke is wearing, or was
Well, I'm
wearing.
not wearing any armor right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have notable multi-optics helmets and tactical gear and the like. And they're like, "Red!" And he waves them over to one of the card tables there, and they look really jumpy. Like they move like their heads turn almost like a bird's head, right? Like how it just kind of jumps between positions as opposed to a nice smooth glide. And they as they walk in, they kind of take in the whole room and lift up their visors and sling their guns as they walk over toward the table where Red is. And almost even absent-mindedly like move tables as they bump them and just get over to there and sit down with him.
I'm just imagining like knowing what's going to happen to them, how short their lifespan is. I just going to shake my head.
I still find that less concerning than Portland saying he's had enough.
Oh no, that's
That doesn't even
definitely
get my
worse.
attention.
That's a scary one. But yeah, I said yeah, sure. Yeah, we should probably check into the hotel anyways, just to get our rooms. Is our babysitter going to come with us?
I think he's going to be gambling a little bit here.
Oh, okay.
Can I scan the room and see if Gottridge is returned?
No, he's not returned. I mean, yes, you can scan, but he has not
No,
returned.
you can't scan the room. You're blind now.
That's right.
I mean, in the interest of avoiding friction, how do we exit stage left without having him start checking into the whereabouts of Gottridge?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Unforgettable.
Sorry, that-
Nobody gives a shit.
I'm just
That
gonna
was
lock up the door.
said as Senate to the other two. That
Oh, okay.
really
Oh.
tabled. Yeah.
Well, I think that ship has sailed. So, if he's more interested in staying here, it doesn't sound like he's interested in really following us. So
Yeah.
he might not actually care, right?
All right, well,
Portland?
let's
I'm
give
just
him a
going to
wave.
yawn and be like, I really need a turn.
Okay, we get it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's-
I'll make a show of steadying the not as drunk as he probably is acting Portland. I mean, art imitating life at this point, but still.
Wow.
Oh my goodness!
My
And
goodness.
then-
I'm getting railroaded.
Shots fired.
My gosh.
And then I'll kind of like angle him toward where I think the stairwell is. I'll look at the barman and say, I'll be around for a bit, so just open me a tab.
He nods. All right.
Wait a minute, I'm the only one who didn't have a drink. Never mind, don't do that.
Yeah, no, I'll
Yeah, no, get rid of that. 86 that.
Okay.
I was just gonna say Red's got mine. We can start walking out. That's what I'm gonna start doing.
I will open up a tab and pay, when we're about to leave.
All right. And Senate, your sixth sense goes off.
And right away, I'm kind of giving Portland a squeeze on the shoulder and mumbling audibly for the other two, saying, something's coming, something bad. Crap, I have no context. So, in the next little bit, it's going to get bad. So maybe find some cover.
Cover. Okay.
And I'm going to look at the barman, shoot him a look of concern, and say, get down.
What?
We're still in the bar. And you like the barman, I thought.
Yeah, you're just kind of getting your arm around the shoulders. Well, I don't know if you can get your arm around the shoulder of Sir Luke, but around the shoulder of Senate as he's trying to help you walk.
With that in mind, I'm going to turn on my armor.
Okay. So
Okay.
yeah,
Juicer's
you
in
can
there too?
let's do this just to make sure people are kind of acting in an order of some sort, I guess.
In order of initiative?
We can roll an initiative, yeah, if you like. Again, you get a certain number of rounds of Sixth Sense before whatever it is that's going to happen happens.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not in the bar.
Gotrick just rolling
I'll
for
still roll initiative.
Yeah, just because. Yeah.
given that
Ortega's fallen.
moral support. Yeah.
Oh, there's my rules.
There we go. Back to the old Portland. Have you added your 6 to that?
I rolled 1 and still beat 2 of you.
That's with your 6.
Well,
That's funny.
That's about how things go.
Yeah.
All right. Sir Luke, you touch the tattoo on your arm and pump in the PPE, and you now have a
175.
a field of force around you. Senate?
All right. So can I just look around and see if there's anything out of sorts, like one of the juicers is getting, I'm going to throw this out there, twitchier than they would otherwise be? Is there somebody pulling a weapon?
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, you look around over in the direction of the juicers, and you stop cold when just kind of when your gaze falls on him, his body just turns like faster than you can process, and he looks back directly into your eyes and reaches back for his weapon and brings it to bear.
What?
Well, that's not great.
No, not good at all. What you gonna do?
Portland, what are you gonna do? You're on.
Oh, so, frick. He's gonna shoot this guy for some interesting. Well, while he's grabbing that, I am. An idea what I want to do, but I don't want to do it. Oh man,
I didn't even start cheating at cards. How did we get here?
I'm wondering how we got to this point.
I am. You know what? Fuck! I really hate this. I really hate this.
Are you gonna rock?
Huh?
You're gonna do rock?
No, I'm not Stop. It's just no. Ah, man. I know. I'm really debating between three things right now. What I want to do. I don't know. I should or not. I'm going. Sorry, I know I'm taking a while here. I'm just really
That's okay.
debating what I want to do.
Well, it sounds like your character is lost in indecision because he's, again, how many attacks do you have? Right, you've got 5 or 6 attacks in 15 seconds.
Well,
so
yeah,
an attack would be about 3 seconds long. So go for it.
Yeah, I was thinking about using fear because it's 20 feet. Again, like I can raise the sense of fear over a particular area of 20 feet. And anybody who's in that area, in that enchantment, must roll to save his horror factor 16.
Hmm.
Right? So I think that's going to be beneficial for all of us because they're going to try to shoot us.
No, that's a 20-foot area that you create fear across.
Yeah.
What's the range on the spell?
100 feet.
Okay, you can cast up to 100 feet away.
Yeah.
Make a decision. Or you've...
Yeah, I'm gonna do fear. I'm gonna do fear.
Okay, cool.
We gotta roll versus save horror factor for 16.
All right. You said horror factor, right? So... Well, he saved. But you're casting it over that whole group. So... Second one saved. Third one did not.
Thanks for not rolling absolutely ridiculously.
So we'll say that he's a little scared there. And let's talk about red. Hello, red. Let's see what we got. He also does not save versus horror factor. Cool. All right, so let me just... There we go. And you cast a spell there, and yeah, these guys, Red and Juicer 3 are in shock as they do not have initiative. Juicer 2 and Juicer 1, though, they do. As I said, Juicer 2, he'll bring his gun to bear. Juicer 1 has, and he moves like lightning to run toward you guys and head toward the door, actually. Sir Luke, anything?
So he's going past us?
It looks like he's heading for the door. He's not heading, he's in your direction, but he looks like he's not going to intercept you.
Okay, holding action.
Okay, so you give up your action. Okay.
Yeah.
Senate, on your turn.
I might use a telekinetic force field because that's a whole lot of... That's just a lot. And that can stay over there, and I'll be over here, and they can stay over there.
Okay, so who are you putting the telekinetic force field around?
Well, I do have quite the range. I think it's like 40 feet. 50 feet, maybe. Hang on, let me check. 10 minutes per level, 40 foot per level range. That's 100 and... Oh, that's 200. Yeah. 10 feet per level of experience, 10 foot diameter. So, this guy is coming toward us, but not at us. I might try and arrange it such that it covers us three, the barman if possible, but still gives this juicer the chance to get to the door if he's not actually looking at us.
Okay. Cool. So you create a bubble around the three of you and the barkeep. And
Also, I don't know what kind of regeneration we would have had during the journey.
you get back 2 ISP per hour. So it was a number of hours. Like, you didn't use any psionics between, like, along the journey or coming into the...
I started this venture at 77 of 143 possible maximum.
So basically, you're out
That would have
kind
been
of
before
60,
the travel.
Yeah, 60 some. So you went for 3 days. You get back 2 per hour. So...
Oh, and if we had slept, then yeah, I would have
you're
been
probably
just
full.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just backtrack and adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay, doke.
Cool. All right. That brings us back to Portland. What would you like to do?
What I'm going to do, I am going to, well, I don't want these guys moving any further. So I'm going to adhesive them as well.
Okay, so you're going to cast Carpet of Adhesion where Red, Juicer 2, and Juicer 3 are.
Is Juicer 1 not close enough?
Juicer 1 ran for the door, so he's away from them.
Yeah. But how far is... Well, Carpet of Adhesion is...
It's a 10 by 20
feet.
foot. It's a 10 by 20
that's pretty
foot.
wide.
Yeah, it depends what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to catch all 3 juicers, so I don't get the fuck out of the way.
Okay, well, all 3 juices are not near each other, so...
They're not?
No, Juicer 1 has moved already toward the door. So, and he can move pretty far. And he's pretty fast.
Right.
But you can capture Red and the other 2 juicers together.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. You need to do a saving throw.
Yeah, for those 3.
Yep. Versus magic.
Mm-hmm. One of them saved. So, Juicer 3 saved, Red, and Juicer 2 did not. So, what's the duration on Juicer 3? You have to roll 2d6 or something like that?
Yep, 2d6.
And that's minutes? Or rounds?
That is round. What's that here? What the hell? Oh, I keep thinking the wrong one. Yeah. It's just gonna be rounds. So 6 rounds.
Yeah. So they're stuck. Juicer 2 is stuck for 6 rounds.
Now, Juicer 3 was on who was feared, right?
Yes.
So, did he get anything also bad?
Or sorry, Juicer 3 is stuck for 6 rounds. Juicer 2 and Red are both stuck for the entire time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, like, because if he's momentarily stunned, and I do this, would he have like maybe a negative towards his roll? I guess he roll a natural 20, it wouldn't matter, but
You mean from horror factor?
well, he didn't save that fear.
Yeah,
Like
he just failed.
20.
He failed to save versus horror factor, so he loses initiative and loses one attack.
And one melee attack. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he lost his last attack. Juicer 3's turn is now. He draws his rifle. Red yells out, "What the hell's going on?" as he stands up and realizes he can't move his legs. Like he can't lift his feet off the floor. Juicer 2, also stuck solid, points his rifle at the bubble that's there. Juicer 1 stands in front of the door levels his rifle at you guys, and says, "Stand down." Sir Luke?
I'm still trying to figure what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking, what's going on? What are you doing?
Pretty confused.
Okay, you try to assay the situation. Senate?
I mean, we've got a bubble between us and them. They're not. Well, I don't think they'd be aware of it. It being.
Well, it's a
invisible.
shimmering. Yeah, there's a visible, kind
is
of
there?
faint
Oh.
visible thing. Yeah, it's not perfectly invisible.
And which one is the one that pulled gun on me?
The one that you made eye contact with was Juicer 1.
I'll kind of.
The one that's standing in
put my
front of the
hand-
door right now.
Oh. So he's not looking at me anymore.
He's looking right at you with his gun pointed at the bubble.
Oh.
Says stand
He's
down.
fighting, right?
And I'll say. Oh, he's saying stand down to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to say, what do you mean stand down? We were standing here and then you stood up.
Okay.
We were stood down. You stand down.
Portland.
Oh man. Let's see here. Let's see. I am going to. I'm gonna throw a rock. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
Well, you're currently inside a mega damage bubble, so you're going to hit the bubble.
Oh,
Cooler
I used to do magic. Oh, guys.
Be a lot cooler if you didn't.
Yeah, no kidding. I definitely would be a lot. Well, I'm not gonna waste this opportunity because I haven't put my armor up. I only got a chance to do my armor up, actually. Put my armor of Ithan up because of reasons. So I might as well put my armor of Ithan up.
Okay, you activate your Armor of Ithan.
Yep.
Okay, you cast a spell, another one. Juicer 3 says, "Enough with the magic. Enough with the whatever. Stand down. Put your hands up."
I'm just protecting myself.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
what.
protecting myself.
Yeah.
You guys put guns on me.
Red just kind of says, "Everybody's got to calm the hell down right now. Put your guns down, guys," he says to and of course the people are starting to, I mean, it's been less than a turn, right? It's been less than 15 seconds. People have there's a few screams that have been let out by the girls. People are ducking down by tables now and hitting the floor. Even though the barkeep is inside the bubble, he's still he ducked behind the bar now. And Red's just like, "Everybody put their guns down. Stop. Just stop." Juicer 2 kind of
guns to put down.
No, he's just yelling at everybody. Juicer 2 just kind of looks over his shoulder at Red and then back down the line of his gun. Juicer 1 says, "These guys were trying to leave, Red." Sir Luke?
Yeah, we were going back to the hotel, dumbass.
Senate.
And I'm just going to kind of gesture, like, at what Sir Luke is saying and where the door to the hotel is, which I'm pretty sure is, like, in the direction we were going.
Portland.
I'm like, yeah, we were going back to where we need to, like, go to the hotel and check in. That's where we were going. I didn't realize that we couldn't go back there. I thought you
Need
guys
to have a shite.
You guys are, you guys are supposed to be hospitable. What the hell?
Juicer 3 just yells, "Lower the force field!"
Lower the gun.
Red's just like, "Would you juicers just trank out for a sec and relax? Guys, what's going on?" he says to you guys. Juicer 2 is like, "Sir?" Right? And he starts to kind of look around, not sure what he's supposed to do right now. Juicer 1's like, "They were trying to leave." Sir Luke?
Yes, we were trying to leave for the hotel.
Do you make any moves of any sort?
Not yet, but I'm going to start going after that son of a bitch.
Well, you're inside a bubble.
There's a shield in the way, but
Stupid
yeah.
bubble! Stupid bubble!
And I'm just going to say the only actions we've taken are defensive in light of
Crazy people.
whatever got you hyped up to come running at us with a gun.
Okay.
So I'm all too happy to drop the shield if you drop the gun. Well, don't drop the gun, but lower the gun.
Portland?
Yeah. So I'm not doing anything. I'm just kind of waiting for what's going to happen here.
Okay.
I'm not casting any spells. I'm just.
Cool. Juicers 3 says they could do anything. They're magic. Red's like, "Look, how about the 3 of you in the bubble put your hands up and lower the bubble, and the 3 of you outside the bubble put your guns down, and let's bring this situation to a nice, cool temperature."
Just like the gun comment, my hands are already up. They don't go higher.
Well,
Here.
Sir Luke is not,
Luke,
right?
Luke, lift me up. Lift me up.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will
And
kind of
Portland
just
is
look
not.
disgusted
Portland's
at this.
hands have been busy casting spells, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Sure. I'll put my hands up.
Okay.
I'll put my hands up slowly, just staring daggers at the juicer.
Okay. And the right, Red's like pushing his hands down, like lower the guns, guys. And they point them down. Come on, stow them. Don't just have them at the ready. And they put their guns back over like the straps over their shoulders and let them hang. All right, can we lower the force fields and maybe unstick us from the floor?
And I'll look over at Portland and kind of shrug, and I'll dispel my shield.
Do they shoot us?
Yeah, I know. Great.
I'm just curious. Do they shoot us on the floor?
No, they're not.
Full.
They're not shoot. They don't have the guns in their hands anymore. They've stowed their weapons.
All right, sounds good. I
Right.
will remove the carpet of adhesion.
Okay. And Red kind of picks his foot up and shakes it. He's like, "That's better." And Juicer 1 says, "Red, he was looking back over his shoulder at me. He was making sure that we weren't watching while they were trying to get out. I could tell. Red's like, "Would you calm down? Just calm down." Right? He's like, "You guys are just always so charged up. It's like, you need to learn how to relax." And he's like, "Senate, what were you doing?"
Can I come grab a seat with you, and we'll talk about this quiet like? And kind of indicate there's a table between us. And I'll keep my hands up and say, "Just give me a second," to the other two, and I'll walk over and I'll sit. And
All
I'll
right. Red
invite them to sit, because that seems
walks over.
like.
The 3 juicers step up behind him as he sits down.
Yep.
I'll step behind Portland, or not Portland, Senate.
No. Just I got it. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm not listening to you. I'm standing behind you.
Be a lot cooler if you didn't, but it's fine.
Staring at them.
Respectfully, and I think this is just a cross wire between.
And your force field's still up there, Sir Luke?
No.
Mine. I'll take it down.
Okay. Yeah.
I think this is just an unfortunate reaction of your circumstances, and I'll very slowly gesture to the juicer, and my circumstances. You being as fast and dangerous as you are set off a mental alarm in my head. So while I wasn't exactly looking to start something, I think we got a wire crossed, which started something. Now, I'm sure you can reflect on the fact that all we did was take defensive acts, which tells you exactly our intention. Because frankly, we've no interest in fighting you. But we don't deal in juicers very often. And so, I think that might be at the core of our issue here.
So you look at that, you're talking to that particular juicer then?
Well, I'm kind of addressing all of them, but directing it toward him.
Yeah. Says you might not be looking to fight, but he sure is. And he, basically a hand moves like lightning just to point a finger at Luke. And Red looks over at him. Calm down, man. And he looks over at Luke and says, "You too."
And I'll say, I think this is sort of the opposite problem, where you and I being different is causing some friction. On this one, you and him are rather the same. You're just looking to protect yourselves. And I think it would be better, and I'm saying this kind of craning my neck just a bit to say it also at Luke, if everyone were to just take a moment, let things de-escalate on their own.
So I'll just look at him and just kind of fold my arms and kind of turn around. So if I'm a threat to them, then I just won't even look at them.
All right. And the juicers
I'll say to the
go ahead.
I'll say to the juicer, you're protective of you and yours, so's he. So don't take it personal.
One of the other juicers says, "Yeah, we don't quite trust people who don't bear their arms on the outside." He looks at Portland.
Respectfully, we can't help that, being what we are.
Yeah, well, we can't help being what we are. Red's like, "Boys, I think it's time for you to go. I'll keep watching these ones." And he motions the juicers to the door. And they look at him, they look at you. And they keep their eyes mostly fixed on... Juicer 1's got his eyes mostly fixed on Sir Luke. But Juicer 3 kind of keeps moving back and forth between Senate and Portland. And Juicer 2 just kind of... He's surveying the whole room. Again, kind of bird-like, just jumping from target to target to target.
And I'll kind of affirm their position. It's like, you're right to be leery. I mean, we may not... Well, some of us may not look like much. But we are certainly a force to be reckoned with. But that's why I make the point of underscoring what we did here. Nothing to hurt you directly. Just to protect ourselves. Merits some consideration, I think.
Red says, "Boys, go hit the tranks. Take 5. Go reset. You're way too jumpy for this early in the morning. Take a stroll. Find some green. Sit down. Trank out. and then get back to patrols. And Juicer One says, all right, Red, but he doesn't take his eyes off Luke. Let's go, boys. And they head out. Their pace is walking, but it's just slightly faster than walking. Fast enough to not be normal, but not like they're speed walking. They push open the doors. Light bleeds into the hall, and the doors swing and slam shut. And
well, that was fun.
Red kind of
lovely.
Red kind of grabs a smoke out of his pack, puts it there, and snaps his fingers, and a flame appears at the end of his fingertip, and he lights the smoke, and then just shakes his finger, and the flame's gone, and he takes a drag. Well, that was tense.
No, they seem great.
Are they looking for a fight?
Peaches.
They're juicers. You don't.
Idiots.
Careful. You're just lucky I was here.
Fair enough.
They could have shot up this whole place. They're wired, man. And jittery, and I don't know. They can't even relax without their drug system injecting them with tranquilizers and other stuff to zone them out. They are just jumpy and anxious under the best of conditions. Always bored.
Well, they should take a hobby up.
Yeah, they did. Apparently it's you. But luckily they listened to me. But might be a good idea if you guys don't wander too far away from me. Where's your short friend?
He probably went to the garage.
Start looking around, playing at being surprised that he's not here with us.
No, I was playing craps.
If we know him well, he's probably gone to the garage to work on his robot.
All right. And with that, we pan over to Gotrek. Gotrek, you are out back looking at the equipment they have for digging holes and laying poles.
3 juicers show up and ruin your day.
That's what I do. I lay pole.
All right. So yeah, it's basically it's a gasoline powered vehicle, 4 wheels, got a post hole digger, and you'll be able to dig them and drag poles there, and it'll set them erect, and you can kind of cement them in or whatever needs to be done there. And you can start
my erect poles.
That's right. So you I don't know, what are you doing? There's the vehicle.
Let's do the job, getting the posts in the ground.
All right. So you start climbing into the vehicle there, and you hear behind you, "What the hell do you think you're doing?"
I turn around and look to see who's talking to me.
All right. And standing there is his Fast Hands, the crazy. He's standing there, his hands clenched in anger as he's looking at you. It's like, the hell are you doing out here? Getting into that vehicle.
Well, my robot vehicle's in the shop. The deal was get some work done in kind, so I'm helping out. Wasn't doing anything sitting in there drinking beer, watching you guys gamble.
Gamble? What are you talking about?
Oh, I was in that casino.
Crazy.
Whatever you guys call it here.
Yeah. With red?
But yeah, with red. And then I'm thinking I might as well do something fucking useful. Sitting there drinking beer isn't useful, so I'm gonna help out this town. You guys are helping fix my robot vehicle. I'm gonna help out. These guys gave me a job.
Yeah, and he's kind of
Do you want me
looking
to go?
around.
Do you want me to go sit in the hotel and say fuck this town while you guys fix my robot vehicle?
Might be better. Get you out of here sooner. And he kind of looks around. His hands kind of moving down closer to the knife in the sheath on his belt.
I'm gonna switch. So as I'm kind of turning this thing around, um, and I kind of point it in the direction at him.
You're getting into the vehicle, so you can
Oh,
essentially.
I thought I was in the vehicle already.
It was just as you were getting in the vehicle. Is when this confrontation started here. Now you could touch it
Right.
using telemechanics and control the vehicle telemechanically. Right? You could start the engine. You could do all sorts of things.
Like when we talk about a posthole digger, are we talking about like a bobcat with a big auger on the front, or what are we talking about?
Yeah, except it's more tractor-like, less compact than a bobcat. Auger on the front, I'm picturing on the back. It's kind of got like a clamp that can grab a pole and, that sort of thing.
Are we talking like a deer or a Kubota or
Oh, you're getting too
face,
technical for me.
So I'll just climb on and sit kind of on this tractor thing and look at them and just say, well, what's it going to be? I help you guys out, or I just sit in the hotel?
And I'm going to roll under his mental endurance here. Let's see what we get. All right. It's like, it's better you're useful, I suppose.
That's what I thought.
Keeping my eye on you. And
I wouldn't have it any other way.
he undoes the snap on the sheath of his knife. Show me the work that you can do. Make sure you look useful.
I don't even know if I'm sure you'd understand the work that I do. And then I start the engine and start driving away. Okay.
You insult him. That's
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
And let's see.
Because as a crazy, is he a human or a
He's a human that
non-human?
has implants in his brain that essentially they're called mind over matter implants. He thinks he's stronger, and so he's stronger, sort of thing. So he's kind of like a juicer, except rather than the chemicals reducing the lifespan and making juicers like super jumpy and stuff like that, the mom implants, mind over matter implants, drive him insane. And unfortunately, let's see. Anger builds over a particular incident, whether this anger is over helplessness or mistake or some sort of cruelty or injustice. Rage builds up inside and demands to be released. Anger is never over silly things, pet peeves, but serious things that set his blood boiling and adrenaline pumping. Let's see. Somebody verbally mocks him or his allies. Well, that would do. And so, remind me again what you just said to him?
basically that he wouldn't understand the work that I'm doing.
Okay.
which is just digging a hole and putting a post in it,
Right. That it's that.
which is pretty menial
Yeah. And
work.
yeah. And you're going to regret that. And he draws his blade and lunges toward you. And that is where we're going to end it for now. So we'll pick up this frightening encounter next time when we return to Rifts, the Devouring Swarm. Thanks again for everybody tuning in. Thank you for hitting that like button, hitting subscribe, and sharing this out with people. Put comments down below. We'd love to hear from you. Join our Discord if you want to talk about more role-playing games and other Rifts-related stuff. My name's Magnum Pi. I'm here with Teku, Golgotha, Vahilo, and Dark Templar, and we are Initiative Zero.